What about your welding?
Since the country surgery,
She's awesome. You know, she did the. Yes.
yes,
This is Tatiana, everybody. So, you know, one of my former students, and she did the bridging program, it's called?
yes. The bridge, and then I have a scholarship, 4-year scholarship. Yeah, 4-year scholarship.
Oh, where?
From Workforce Grant, and I'm 2.5 years in. I just received another scholarship, so they pay for everything. They pay you to go to school. Um, yeah.
So what's your end goal?
End goal is to get this money.
Sure.
Get this money, y'all. Just get this money. Like it's for anybody. I'm for real. Like y'all want to do like school, do was it literature or language arts? There we go. Do language arts and do the bridge program and go to college. You can do that. Like for real.
You can do it while you want to take
Yes. I mean, well, can you said.
Like why you taking the?
Oh yeah, I'm not even joking with you. You can come here, do the language arts or the math course. They do a bridge program, and then they have actually here. She just gave this to me.
Nails.
I did my best. I'm trying to be the jack of all trades, so I'm trying to learn everything.
I like your backpack. She was cool. Yes. And you know Riley?
Yes.
Yeah, but he's in Nancy's school.
Oh,
He's Nancy's
yes.
class.
Oh, here it is. Here. I'm gonna get past it out and everything. Shoot. Oh, this is the bridge program.
And she did well. Remember, girls, we can do it. It's women's month.
Yeah, well then you're right.
Yeah, tell me more.
Oh yeah, y'all want mine more.
Yes, you can do welding, you can do nursing, they cover it and everything like that. You can do all that. I'm just trying to do something. All right. Yeah, so you can do the over here. And look at that, one of my yeah, so it's like you can do the welding, you can do the medical careers, you can do the office. I don't like sitting down for too long, you guys are crazy. But yeah, so I got the welding certificate 2 years ago. I'm getting the robotic welding certificate this year. I'm going back to, I did automotive 2 years ago, going back for truck diesel. So I'm just trying to get a generational wealth.
My dad was a mechanic at a gas station, and I wanted to be a mechanic so bad.
Oh yeah, truck diesel.
But in the olden days,
Yes, I do.
just get married and have kids.
Yeah.
Didn't do it. Not me. I'm like, I'm at
So
work.
you did the mechanics so too?
Yeah, you can do truck. I mean, truck diesel. You can do truck diesel like 2 years. You can do automotive. Like I think. Yeah. Yeah. Heck yeah.
You know how much mechanics make?
Yeah, you
Over
make.
like $100,000, plus they have a pension and union.
Yeah, and then the type of scholarship you get is called Workforce Grant. So that's the one that I got first, and that's a 4 year. So like I said, I'm on my 2.5 years so far. I missed out on my second year because I had surgery that day, so I was down. So I'm trying to play catch up. So right now I'm in robotic welding, and we literally gonna be building robots, like straight up, like straight cool. Oh, it's the future, all right.
Serious?
Oh yeah, we building robots, so programming, stuff like that, and then so I'm getting that certificate at the end of this semester, and then I'm going doing summer because I'm trying to play catch up. So they got like plasma. I'm going back for AutoCAD. So you learn how to draft, you learn how to draw blueprints in anything. So once you get to learn how to do that, you can draw any type of blueprint, like for your future house or whatever the case may be. So sorry, Thomas, I just took your job. But it's pretty dope. Like especially being like a woman and like showing these men what's up. That we not, we got this. I don't care, I'll be out there. The boys want to talk. Come on, let's get underneath the ground and let's do this. Like that's how I am. I like to get dirty. I don't like to be pretty. Don't be fooled by the female. So but I'm trying to like get careers that is gonna be dirty, that a lot of women won't do. You know what I'm saying? But I will, because I know that's gonna cause a lot of generational wealth in my family. So if I can just be the jack of all trades and like, yeah, I can do that. I can do that too. Yeah, I can do that. That's right. I can do that too.
Believe me that I
Yes.
can.
You can do oil change?
Yeah,
I
do
can
oil
oil
change.
change, brakes, and
Yep, that's what I do. I do the automotive. I can do my brakes, oil change, fix the lights, do anything.
Oh, I
Mechanical
cannot
for the
fix
car.
lights.
Yeah. I had to learn. I had to actually have the help. Most of the times when you're a girl, the boys be in there, they're like the professor, like, oh, help her out, and they'll do it for you. You're like, I'm fast, so which is pretty cool. So, but it's pretty cool, pretty fun, and you earn credits too. So it's not in vain. So you ain't just going just because, but you earn it. You earn that certificate. But they won't give you the certificate until you get your GED. Just let y'all know. Trust me, I'm still trying to get the GED, FYI. So like I'm still going. I know this math was killing me. The math was killing me. So yeah, we get there.
You're gonna do it.
Yeah. So I just signed up for tutoring and stuff like that, so I can be like coming every day on top of work, on top of school, on top of a business. Like I have my own business as well. I'm a fashion designer and shoes. I do a lot of stuff. So
So all the credits are GED.
yeah, those are free. I think these are like the intro. Well, are these the intro, right? Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So these are the entry level grade classes, and on the other side should be those IEP programs. We can share about that too.
Okay, you
Yeah,
can
you
talk
do
about
that.
that.
Yeah, you do that part. I'm not gonna do that part, but
Okay.
that bridge program. But you also you gonna talk about the workforce.
The workforce equity
Yeah,
initiative.
y'all do the workforce. That's where your scholarship comes in. It's a lot of paperwork, but don't be discouraged. Get through it and finish it, and then they'll give you like a 2-year, 4-year, and then choose the what's it called? I would say choose wisely. Go for that 4-year, so you can have a certificate. Stack it up so you can show them what's up. You know what I'm saying?
So we can still sign up even if we're still getting our GED?
Oh yeah, yes, you can. Sorry, Thomas. I didn't
No.
know you was coming in here. I sure was looking for you in the other building too. I'm like, yeah, shoot. I just take your job. But no, so I was gonna say hi.
It's okay. You're gonna do okay. You're gonna pass the test.
Oh, I'm gonna pass the math test.
I
Yes.
wanna see you graduate.
Yes, I want to see me graduate too. I'm like,
You're already camping me out.
yes, absolutely. Oh yes. I've been trying to talk to your husband. I'm trying to get contact with him. Yes, and pick up the phone call.
You know what, Joy, give me your phone number and I'll tell him to call you.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead, Thomas. I'm so sorry.
Let me just took over like that.
Just write it on paper.
Okay.
Yeah, I know he can.
Oh, but that's the owl, right? That's the yep, the
Yeah.
owl.
Here, just write it on here and then I'll say you need to talk to him. Yeah, okay. That's cool, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make him call you today.
Perfect.
Alright.
Here you go. Thank you
That's
so
an
much.
Avatar book bag.
Yes, man. Yes, it is.
That's a good show.
Yes, it is. I can watch. I was watching it while I eat up.
Watch out.
Yes, it's good stuff. All right, thank you, man. Yes, how we doing, y'all?
Okay, you too.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Oh no. So good to see her.
I
and-
know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my husband help with this and then.
It's sort of the last one she needs, I think. So.
That's what she said, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Everybody know Thomas?
Yeah, we got a time. You work in front office,
I
right?
do. Yes.
Yes. So anytime you need anything,
Yeah, I wanna learn how to get started on this right here. She got nothing. You can do this while we in class. You know that.
All right. Hello, everyone. Hi, so my name is Thomas. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a completion and transition specialist. Pretty much kind of an advisor for all of the GED students here at Triton. So I just wanted to stop by today just to share some information about the GED, some strategies you can use, and some things you can do to get ready for your next steps too. But just to show everyone this information, so some of you may already know this, but in order to earn the Illinois high school diploma, you do have to pass 4 GED tests: language arts, math, science, and social studies. And you can take those tests at any time. You can take them today if you wanted to. But our classes here at Triton are designed to help you to prepare to pass those 4 tests. So you do need a passing score of 145 on all of those 4 tests. If you do score a 165 or higher, that can actually give you college credit for certain classes if you do plan on taking college credit classes eventually. But again, 145 is going to be that passing score that you're going to want to keep in mind for all 4 of those GED tests. And this kind of gives a breakdown of how those tests look. So the language arts test, which all of you are studying for in this class, is 150 minutes, and it includes one 10-minute break, and there is one essay that you have to write for the GED language arts test, and they do give you 45 minutes for that essay portion too. A big part of especially the essay writing and the rest of the test too is being able to look at different arguments, being able to make your own argument, being able to understand what the author is trying to say, and then kind of giving your inference or your conclusion, your almost a summary in a way of what that author is trying to argue. And then for the math test is 115 minutes. It has 2 parts with the short break. You are allowed to use a specific calculator for that test, and a little over half of the test is more algebra based, while the other half is more counting based. And then you do have the science and social studies tests. So the science test is 90 minutes with no break. You do have to answer 2 short essays for the science portion, and then this kind of breaks down how that science test looks also. With physical science, life science, more like biology, and then earth and space science. And then social studies is the shortest test. Social studies is 70 minutes with no break. I would say more of it is probably a little bit more focused on government and kind of laws, how laws are passed, a little bit of geography and history. I will say though, for a lot of our students that have passed the language arts GED test, most have been able to do well on the science and especially the social studies test, even without taking prep classes for science and social studies. The reason why is because, especially for social studies, it doesn't ask you a lot of like history questions or dates or who was the president or something like that. It gives you more primary sources like articles or old letters, newspaper articles, political cartoons, and for you to draw conclusions from those. So a lot of those critical thinking skills that you're learning in this language arts class are applicable for that social studies test. So that's just something to keep in mind too as you're getting ready for those 2 tests. Does anyone have any questions about those 2 tests?
Mm.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So you said we can use a calculator. Is it like TI?
Yeah, so it's a TI-30XS calculator. If you go on GED.com too, they do have like it's a list of all the things you can bring. So they say what kind of calculator you can bring, and there is a formula sheet on GED.com too that you can actually bring to the test that has like basic math formulas on it.
Okay, they're gonna give you the calculator when you go take the test.
So there's a calculator on the computer screen. When you go to take the test on the computer screen, there at the testing center. But I know you're allowed to bring your own calculator. Maybe if you have your own calculator, that might be a little bit better for you. But yeah, if you go on GED.com, it'll list all the things, the supplies that you can bring to the test. So. But I would really recommend to everyone, one of the best ways to get you ready for the test, other than going to your class now, is making an account on GED.com. So if you haven't done that yet, definitely do so. They have study materials on there, the testing rules, and that's where you'll actually schedule your test to take your GED test. And I'll show everyone what that looks like too. But that's just going to be GED.com. And once you're on there, you'll just want to sign up for a free account. And when you're on there, there's a lot of materials you can use. You can actually go to the study tab up at the top, and they do have test previews that you can do for free and practice questions that they upload weekly that you can do for free. But what's really great too is they also have practice tests online, which are really similar to the real test. It gives you a real score just like it would for the real test, but you can take it at home online, or we can help you schedule an appointment to take the practice test at the each, but we can actually give you a voucher code to take the practice test for free. So if you're not sure if you're ready to take the real test, or if you're thinking, when will I be ready? When should I schedule the GED test? The best way to know is to take that practice test first and see if you get a passing score on it. And again, I can give you voucher codes too to take those practice tests for free. Yeah. You do. So the practice tests are $7 each, but like I said, I can give you a code so you can take it for free too. So if you just want to email me or call me or let your teacher know too, I can give them to her, whatever works best, and we can get you a voucher code to take it for free. No, I would, yeah. And even if you don't get a passing score, that's okay. I really recommend students to take practice tests often, because that way you'll see the pattern of the questions, how long it takes you to do it, what the questions look like, just so you can become more familiarized with it. But there are plenty of other study materials on there too. You can order study guides on the shop. You can order flashcards. There's a flashcard app that you can download on your phone too. They have it for all 4 GED test subjects. So definitely take a look at that GED.com website for sure. All right. But once you take the practice test, it'll actually give you a score report that looks just like this. And remember, 145 is a passing score, so it'll show you a little meter with your score and showing if you're ready to take the real test. It'll also give you a score report that shows what areas you did poorly on, what areas you did well on. And then I would definitely share that with your teacher as well. That way you can make sure you're practicing on what you need to practice most, so you can be more efficient with your time, and that may help you know what to focus more on essential ed also. And then once you do pass the GED tests, definitely let obviously your teacher and me know as soon as possible. That way we can make sure we help you get your GED transcript and your diploma ordered. We do have a GED graduation ceremony every June 6th. So we definitely hope to see all of you there. Bring your friends and your family to celebrate. We award scholarships during that time too. So definitely, take advantage of all the resources you have. And as soon as you pass any of your GED tests, definitely let your teacher and me know so we can help you all with the next steps. But if you don't pass, that's okay. Sometimes it does take time, to pass those tests. Some are harder than others, but just know that you have teachers here who are all trained and have the experience to help you prepare for the test. You have advisors like myself to help you along those steps. One of the biggest keys, probably the 2 biggest keys, I'll say that work best for students is, 1, going to every single GED class, not missing a single class, and the hours on essential ed. So we usually recommend students to try to put in at least 3 to 4 hours a week outside of the class time on essential ed. But we had a student last year who graduated, who he started in level 1 GED classes, and he put in 20 hours a week on essential ed, which I know is a lot. We're all busy, but he put in 20 hours a week and he passed his GED in 6 weeks. So definitely the more time you put on essential ed, the more effort you put onto it, the more you connect with your teacher, just the faster you'll get through it and the better prepared you'll be to pass the tests. All right, and 2, if you do have any kind of accommodation needs on GED.com, you can also submit any accommodations too. If you need extra test taking time, if you need some kind of like writing support, you can have someone read to you during the test too. So if you do have any kind of accommodations, definitely make sure you file for that on your GED.com account also. But this is kind of a checklist that you can sort of keep in mind on things that you'll want to make sure you're always working towards while you're in this GED program. That first step is definitely making that free account on GED.com if you haven't done so already. Looking for those study materials on the website, connecting with me too if you have any questions, and taking that practice test. Again, that practice test is probably going to be the best gauge to know if you're ready to take the real test. And then once you're ready, scheduling that GED test on GED.com, making sure you're looking at your score report after you take it. You are allowed to take each subject test up to 3 times. So you can take math 3 times, language arts 3 times. If you don't pass it a third time, you do have to wait 90 days to take that subject test again. So that is something to keep in mind if you are scheduling the test a lot. Know that if you don't pass a subject the third time, you have to wait 90 days to take that subject again. Does anyone have any questions about those parts for the GED test?
I have a question.
Sure.
You said GD.com is a website. Is it a specific app because of what? Because I have one, but I think it's not the right one.
Yeah, so GED.com does have an app too that you can download on your phone. But it's really just that GED website that you'll want to go to www.ged.com. That's where they'll have all the official licensed study materials, and that's also where you'll schedule to take the real test. But if anyone's not sure about how to use the website or the app or the study materials, definitely let me know, give me a call or an email, or stop by the office in Building A, and I can share even more tips and things like that for all of you. But know that too, probably one of the best ways to study right is taking our GED prep classes that we offer. So all of you right now are in this 15-week language arts class. Some of you may also be in the 15-week math class. But starting in the summer, we will have a 5-week science and social studies prep class. It will be 3 days a week on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You do need to score high enough on that reading placement test. You'll take it as a post test at the end of this class. You do need to score high enough to get into that science and social studies class starting up in May 21st. But if you are interested in science or social studies and you want to know if your score is high enough or how you can get into that class, definitely reach out to me too, so I can try to help you get into science or social studies.
So you say like in order to get into science, social, you can get into both for the summer, right?
Correct. Yep. So we're offering both of those classes starting on May 21st.
May 21st, so that's when you go take the test for.
So you'll in order to get into those classes, you need to score high enough on the reading test. You'll take that test at the end of this class as a post test for your class.
Oh, so you can't take it unless you score high.
Exactly. Yep.
Social studies or science.
Social studies or science, correct. But even if you don't score high enough to get into those, meet with me. I tutor some students too, like on Fridays, certain days of the week where we go through the GED study guide. So if you don't get into science or social studies and you'd like to study with me, or if you'd like a study packet to study those subjects on your own, I can still make that for you and help set that up for you too.
You over there every day?
I am, yeah, Monday through Friday in Building A.
A, right?
Correct. Yep, that same office where you might have signed up for the classes.
So you
And
become a tutor
you
too.
talking about the building where you get your ID at?
So no, that was Building B.
Oh, that first, okay, that's.
Library.
Is it-
Oh, the library.
Exact. Yep, Building A with the library.
Okay, you
exact.
help me find out where I had to go, okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, if ever you want like a study packet, if you want a study guide, I can even make a binder with like different study materials for you. If you actually want to sit down with me and study like once a week, a couple times a week for any of these subjects, probably not math. If you want,
Science and social studies, right?
yeah, definitely science,
Yeah,
social.
I think I need to find from over there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can make some packets for you, whatever works best. So just
So what
so
language,
we
so
go
what
ahead and
language
get
we in, two?
Oh, we're in level 2, yes.
yeah. And that's what I was going to share about too. So for language arts and math, we have 4 levels. You all took a placement test to see what level you would start in. And yes, right now you're all in language arts 2. That level lasts for the entire semester. So this class will end about May 14th, I believe. And at the end of your class, your teacher will either give you a P for passing to move on to level 3 in August, or an R for repeat to repeat level 2 in August. So your teacher will be letting you know it's important to have really honest and constructive dialogue with your teacher. That way, you're getting into a class that works best for your skills.
So why I only just got language arts? Why I didn't get both of them?
Yeah, it's a good question. So you do need to take a math placement test to get into a math class. Maybe you only heard about language arts, but if you'd like, though, I can definitely make sure we set up kind of a semester schedule for you, and I can make sure that we get you into a math class in August too.
Yeah, because I don't have that.
Yeah, Yeah,
Yeah.
like, well, I could've took everything, when I got there, she like, you just take your reading. I was like, yeah, me too.
Yeah, so I definitely want to make sure you take as many classes as you can that works well for your schedule, so you can study as much as possible. So, if you want to reach out to me, set up a time to meet with me, and I can make sure you continue language arts in August and take a math class in August also.
Mm.
So again, yeah, those language arts and math classes have 4 levels. The first 3 levels are all free. Level 4 has a $21 fee. Science and social studies, we do just have 1 level each, and those both have a $12 fee. Does anyone have any questions about those classes that are offered?
Mm.
All right.
So what date you say coming in for the science?
Yep, so those science and social studies classes are starting on May 21st. They'll be 5 weeks, and they meet for 3 days a
So we
week.
gotta come, so when should we come down there, that way we can,
I would say before this class ends. So before this class
so what
ends,
day would that be?
so I think this class ends May 14th, May 15th.
So, okay, man.
Yeah, so if you want to come see me early to mid-May, I can see what your reading scores look like, and if we can get you into that science or social studies class, starting on May 21st.
Right. And then we have to take during the summer.
Correct, yes, yeah. And we will be offering on social studies again in October too, just in case.
Oh, okay, great. So you be able to take all 3 of us, you gotta take all 3 of us.
Yeah, so, and you don't necessarily have to take the classes, but certainly they can help you prepare to pass the test, right?
Okay, great.
Just that.
But a lot of people do ask me, how long will it take me to pass my GED? When will I finish? And the shortest answer I can give is that it's up to you. How many hours you put in on Essential Ed, making sure you attend all of your GED classes. It's an investment, right? So the more time you put into it yourself, just the better success you'll have. And again, we will have that GED graduation ceremony every year on June 6th too. Last year we had 10 English GED graduates and 2 Spanish GED graduates. Right now we already have 21 English GED students who have completed their GED for this year and 2 Spanish GED completers too, and we're not even to June yet. So we've already doubled the rate that we saw last year, but we still want that number much higher. I want to see all of you there. So just let me know if you need any kind of support. That way I can help you get to that June 6th graduation as quickly and as efficiently as possible. Yeah.
All I really need to do is improve on math, but I'm not quite sure what to do because
Sure.
it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, definitely. So I would recommend definitely taking that GED math class that starts in August. But there's also an academic success center. It's the tutoring center here on campus in Building A. You can get one-on-one tutoring for reading, writing, and math or science. So I would definitely take a look at that. We also have some math tutors through our own adult education department. So if you want to reach out to me too, I can let you know about both of those math tutoring options. And you can try to see what works best for you. And that's pretty common too. Math tends to be the hardest test to pass. It tends to be the last test that a lot of our students pass. So you're not alone in that. But there's definitely a lot of resources out there to try to help you as much as we can. But this is what I was going to share about today too. And you saw that other student, Tati, who shared a little bit about this also. We do have what's called bridge classes that help prepare you for different kinds of career fields. So we do have intro to medical careers and intro to medical terminology, which kind of introduces you to the different medical career fields. We also have introduction to office administration and management, which teaches you how to use Microsoft Office, how to write professional emails, how to balance a budget for an office, and really to how to prepare for job interviews, really to work in any kind of business or office setting. And then we also have intro to STEM careers, science, technology, engineering, and math, and intro to early childhood education. You can take all these bridge classes for free while you're taking your GED classes. Again, they kind of just introduce you to those career fields. That is on that red side of that paper that you have. But on the other side, the blue side, we also have these IET programs, which actually give you certificates to do that job. example, we do offer pharmacy tech, which at the end of that course, if you pass the pharmacy tech certified board exam, you become a licensed pharmacy technician. We're not offering the nursing assistant right now, but we do also offer the Microsoft Office specialist and the IET automotive technology and robotic welding programs, which lead to the auto maintenance and light repair certificate and the welding certificate. So again, those bridge classes don't offer certificates, they just introduce you to the career fields, but those IET programs actually help you earn a certificate to do that job. So if any of you are interested in those bridge classes or those IET programs that lead to credentials, definitely reach out to me and I can help you get into any of those classes that might interest you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you also offer on the electrician certified?
So there is an electrician certificate program here at Triton. It's not on included on this list here, but I'll actually share with you right now some scholarships that would help pay for that for you. So here in our adult education department, for all of the students that pass the GED with us, we have 2 scholarships which could pay for college credit programs for you for free here at Triton College. The first one is the Board of Trustees Scholarship, which covers any program here at Triton: electrician, psychology, business, computer information, any program here at Triton College. It pays for 12 credit hours the first year, and if you keep a 3.0 GPA, it covers 12 credit hours the second year. All you have to do is pass the GED and live in Triton College's district. And the Westlake Health Career Scholarship actually covers 100% tuition and fees for any medical program here at Triton College. That can be for some longer 2-year associate degree programs like nursing, or it can be for some of those shorter medical certificate programs like medical billing and coding, pharmacy tech, or EKG. Again, all you have to do is pass the GED with us and live or work in Triton College's district. So again, that Board of Trustees scholarship covers 12 credit hours the first year and 12 credit hours the second year if you keep that 3.0 GPA. Most college credit classes are 3 credit hours, so ideally that would cover 4 classes the first semester and 4 classes the next year, excuse me. And that, again, that could be for any program. These are just to name a few, like administrative assistant, bookkeeping, engineering, technology, culinary, digital photography, web and graphic design. This is just to name a few, but there's dozens and dozens of programs that this scholarship would help cover, including the electrical certificate. And again, that Westlake Health Scholarship actually covers all the tuition incomes for any medical program here at Triton. It pays for the tuition for the classes, it pays for the textbooks, gas mileage to clinicals, exam fees, study guides, school supplies at the bookstore, scrubs, it pays for everything, childcare needs even. So if you're interested in any healthcare program here at Triton, get your GED passed and then come reach out to us so we can pay for all those classes for you.
Do you have anything like being a pediatrician?
Yeah, so I do know there's pre-med and there's also the nursing program. I'm not sure if anything focuses on pediatrician, but there's a lot of programs that are covered. I can actually share something here real quick. So these are all of the medical programs here at Triton College, and this, oh, sorry, one second. And the Westlake Scholarship would cover the tuition and fees for all of these. Medical assistant, diagnostic sonography, EMT, nursing, nurse assistant, ophthalmic tech, radiology, respiratory care, surgical tech, dental assistant, EKG, medical billing and coding, pharmacy tech, and phlebotomy are super popular. But yeah, it would cover any of those programs there. You just have to live in Triton College's district and pass the GED with us.
Is Berwyn in the district?
Berwyn would not be in district. Berwyn would be in district from Morton College. So if you wanted to, though, if you wanted to get that in-district tuition and those in-district scholarships, I can definitely help you, like either apply for programs at Morton College too, if that helps, or I'll let you know about other scholarships that are available here at Triton too.
Is Maywood in the district?
Maywood is in district for Triton, yeah. Definitely. Yeah, so again, yeah, Westlake Scholarship, it can cover some of those longer 2-year associate degree programs or some of those shorter certificate programs too. Like I said, nursing is definitely the most popular 2-year associate healthcare program. The most popular shorter certificate programs are probably phlebotomy, medical billing and coding, and pharmacy. But just know that if ever you do have questions, if ever you need support with anything, the GED test, what classes you're going to take next semester, scholarships, your next steps, getting ready for a career, you have a whole team of advisors that you can reach out to, including myself. My phone number and email is right there. There's also Francisco and Marilyn, who are both bilingual in Spanish, and Nadia, who's bilingual in Ukrainian. So if ever you have any questions at all, really about anything, just reach out to us, either call me or email me, or stop by the office in Building A, and I can give you any kind of support you might need. Does anyone have any questions at all? Or?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
I haven't started GD.com because you got to pay. So
Yeah, so to make an account on GED.com is free, so you can make a free account. You do have to pay to take the real test to schedule the test, but it's free to make an account on GED.com.
so how do I take it for free? Because really, I ain't got no money.
Oh, sure. So right now, actually on GED.com, the real tests are $36 each, but there's a sale going on in Illinois right now, which takes $26 off. It's called IL Save 26, so it can just make the test $10 for you. But even if you're not ready to take the real test, I would suggest maybe taking the practice test on GED.com too. Like I said, I can give you a voucher code to take a practice test.
Yeah, you can do
free.
that.
Perfect. Let me give you my card.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's free to make the account, so definitely make the account on GED.com as soon as you can.
Yeah, I did that. Then they talking about practice test, you still got to pay. And I'm like, what?
But I'll give you those voucher codes so you don't have to pay for the practice test.
Is that for all like the practice test?
Yeah, so all the practice tests are $7 each, but when we give you voucher codes, you can take as many practice tests as you want for free. All 4 subjects, one at a time, whatever works best for you.
Okay. I'm gonna start that maybe today or tomorrow.
You should, yeah. Please, even if you don't, score high, that's okay. The more times you see the practice test, it'll just familiarize you more with what the questions look like.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sure thing. Yeah, so the real test you have to take it at testing center. So I'll show everyone what it looks like too, but when you take the real test, you can either choose to take it online at home. I wouldn't do that because you have to have a webcam and you have to rotate it every 15 minutes because there's a proctor online watching you to make sure there's no one in your house or in your room. So I would take it at a testing center. Once you make the account on GED.com, it'll have your address and then it'll list all the nearest testing centers in the city and the suburbs where you can go to take any of the real tests.
Wait, so you don't take the GED test here?
No, we don't offer the real test here on campus. You put in your address and then you go to the nearest testing center location.
Well, if you can you go to like a library or something?
So if you go to a library, like you'd have to bring your own laptop and like I said, rotate like a webcam. I would not recommend like doing it on your own in your own space. I would recommend going to one of the testing center locations.
Mm.
When you put in your address, it'll list all the nearest ones to you. I think the nearest ones to us, one is at Wilbur Wright College and one is at a testing center in Hillside. I'm pretty sure.
It was yeah, I'm close to that.
Oh yeah, the Maywood Center too. Yeah, there's one there also.
Mm.
Did anyone else have any other questions? Yeah. Oh, no. So I'll show you right here. So it covers all of these different programs. So nursing is on there for the 2-year associate degree nursing program, but it has all these other programs too. The scholarship? Yeah, so the scholarship is called the Westlake Health Career Scholarship. So I think the QR code is on here, but if you want to, and so is the URL, but if you want to email me, I can give you the link to the scholarship application too.
You said, which one are the 4-year ones?
Yeah, so they're not listed 4-year and 2-year. Let me see here 1 second. So like these are just the select few. So these are all 2-year associate degree programs. Nursing, ophthalmic tech for eyes, radiology, surgical tech, diagnostic medical sonography. Respiratory care is brand new and that's really in demand because of COVID symptoms. So there's a new respiratory care program under associate degrees. But these would be some of those shorter certificate programs. Some of these you can do in a semester or even 2 semesters. Like pharmacy tech is 1 semester, medical billing and coding is 2 semesters. But this Westlake flyer here, and if you email me or scan that QR code, these list all the medical programs here at Triton College.
Mm.
Y'all still do child development here?
We do, yep. So there is also a you can get an associate's degree for early childhood education, or you can also get a shorter certificate program through early childhood. Any other questions?
Yeah.
To join the nursing program, I think we have to first do the CNA program.
Exactly. So in order to enter the nursing program, once you pass the GED, you'll want to meet with an academic advisor in Building B. They let you know about the program. First, you do start out in the CNA program, the Certified Nursing Assistant program. And then once your grades are good enough, you've taken a few classes, you apply for the actual nursing program.
Mm.
But again, the Westlake Scholarship would still cover all that. It pays for all the classes, even the prerequisite classes you would need, like your basic English and math and science classes. It would pay for all of those too. It pays for every class, every textbook, every school supply, and every exam fee. Yeah.
Can I get one of your cards?
Oh yeah, sure thing.
Hmm.
Do you guys have like different things like dancing or writing, creations like that?
Yeah, so we do have the Board of Trustees scholarship. Go back here 1 second. So that Board of Trustees scholarship covers 12 credit hours for any program for the first year, and then 12 credit hours for any program for the second year. Those kind of programs, though, like dancing, that'd be in continuing education, where they have more like non-academic programs like dancing. Real estate is really popular there too. And the bookkeeping certificate program is popular there also. So if you want to go to Triton College Continuing Education, you can go on their website too, and they list a lot of those kind of programs also. Or you can reach out to me and I can share them with you.
What about art?
Yeah, so art is also a 2-year associate degree program here at Triton College. So this Board of Trustees scholarship would cover a lot of those. They do have specific different kinds of art programs, like they have sculpting, they have drawing, they have computer art, graphics. And then once you get the 2-year associate's degree, you can even transfer to an art school like Columbia College in the city too, where they have even way many more art programs to choose from. But yeah, there's definitely a associate's degree program here.
Might want to do all 3.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
If I want to pick a career, do you have to do it at this school or do they send you like to a different?
No, so if you want to pick a career, you could definitely meet with me. I could try to help get you into a program that best fits what you want to do. But in Building A, there's also the Career Services Building. So they assist with like job applications, resume writing assistance, helping you pick a career if that's something you need help with. They have job fairs. They network with a lot of different companies in the communities too to help you get job interviews once you're ready. So you can reach out to me, but also Career Services in Building A.
Oh, okay. So once you do that, how many jobs will they help you get?
So as many as they can. We have job fairs. Actually, we have one coming up in just a couple of weeks here on campus. But once you know what you might be interested in, they can actually help you apply for those jobs on their websites. And like I said, they network with a lot of different businesses and companies to help get you an interview. It all just depends on how well prepared you are. They also do mock interviews with you. They take professional pictures of you. They try to set you up as much as they can.
So say like if you get your say like you graduate, you complete the GED, everything,
Yeah.
and you want to get a job with them, because I want to become a civil engineer, electrician.
Yeah, yeah.
They would help me with all that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and there's an electrical program here at Triton College. You can Google a lot of these too, but I'll even show you here real quick. Triton College electrician program.
You guys also do CDL classes?
What is it?
CDL?
Oh, CDL, yeah, for truck driving. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, that is here too. Yeah. So here's
Okay.
the electrical certificate. 1 second here. So this shows you all the classes you would need, so it looks like it's just one semester. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 classes. Your OSHA construction training, code specifications and printmaking.
Oh, that's what I want right there. Residential wiring.
Yep, exactly. Electrical residential wiring, electrical basic fundamentals, sustainable applications and electrical codes and standards. It's 6 classes. These are the credits. Remember, the Board of Trustees scholarship covers 12 credit hours. This is 16, so you really only have to pay for 4 credit hours that year. That saves you about like $6,000 to $8,000.
Dang, that's too much. Dang shit.
But again, that scholarship would cover like 80 to 90% of that. All you have to do is pass the GED.
Okay. I'm
But
gonna
if
do it.
you want to know more details about these programs, so just reach out to me.
Okay. What about civil engineer? Do y'all got down here?
So this is so if you look over here at the left, they have all the different engineering technology programs. So I see here engineering technology mechanical design, engineering technology design certificate, fabrication, robotics and welding, technology and welding, mechatronics. You just have to look at what works best. That might be the CAD advanced certificate, but
CAD. Okay.
but we can look at that together too, and I can try to share more details with you.
Okay.
Did anyone else have any other questions? Well, if anything comes up, you can obviously reach out to your teacher or reach out to me too. Just give me a call, an email, or stop by the office and I'll be there to help you. But I'm really proud of how hard everyone's working. I know you'll all get there. You have a fantastic teacher there to help you. And I can't wait to see everyone at the graduation ceremony when you're ready.
Okay. I know Merlin Roller. I know her.
Yeah, yeah.
So
she works there too. Yeah, you can also meet with her too.
yeah, so she can give me a voucher code too.
Yeah, definitely. We both can. So.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. She's so close. Well, thank you everyone so much for your time today.
A lot awkward here, and you're gonna do it, okay? Everybody's right? You're gonna stick to this? Come on, you can do it.
I think we spoke on the phone before.
I think we may have, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember when I didn't show up, you had called me,
Yeah.
and I was at work at the time.
No, no worries. I try to make sure everyone's in class too.
Yeah, I remember that.
Over to the A building, and you can go see Thomas and whatever you need, okay? Especially for those vouchers.
Definitely.
You try, okay?
Okay.
All right, you can do it. And the calculator, when you get there, would they give you a calculator or you should bring? I know Jim's got it written down somewhere. And then,
So I know you would know.
Yeah.
Like I said, they have a calculator on the computer screen. That you can
right,
use
I
there.
forgot what he said, yeah.
If you go to GED.com too, they let you know what kind of calculator you should bring. But reach out to me too. I can
Yes.
help also.
All right, so he's gotta call Tatiana. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Everybody